everyone, welcome to Ashin's Astrology. This video is all about Venus transit to Libra. That is, currently Shukra is transiting in Kanya Rashi in his Neech Rashi or debilitation sign and will be moving to Libra Rashi tomorrow, that is on November 30th, to its own sign or Mula Trikona sign. So Libra Tula Rashi being the Mula Trikona sign, so this holds a great importance for Venus transit. And one more important factor is currently Jupiter is residing in Aries sign, which is the seventh sign or opposite sign of Libra. So both Jupiter and Venus would be in 1-7 axis, and this will trigger more and more auspicious results because two unconditional benefic planets would be having mutual aspect on each other, and that too in 1-7 axis of Kalpurush Kundli. So you can see many auspicious events or occasions happening across the world. One such event which I would like to mention is for the next 20-25 days, as per the statistics, in India, there are more than 35 lakh weddings scheduled. So this also is definitely the result of Jupiter-Venus mutual aspect. So you would see many people who were waiting to get married will be uh, getting into the marital bond in this next 20-25 days because of the mutual aspect of Jupiter and Venus in 1-7 axis, because first house represents self and seventh house represents spouse. So both 1-7 axis would give this result for most of the individuals, and especially for only for those who had inherent promise of marriage in their horoscope, and their current dasha antardasha is also promising for that, because transit just times the event but doesn't guarantee the event. So the guaranteeness of the event would be decided based on your individual horoscope, and the transit result, that is this Gochara result, will just time the event. And hence, that's why you can see most of, if you check any of the horoscopes of the individuals who are getting married in next 1 month, they will have that inherent promise and also the favorable time period right now. And this transit results will just be like a cherry on the cake. And as per the scriptures, we know that, as per the Puranas, we know that Jupiter is the Dev Guru Bruhaspati and Venus is the Daitya Guru Shukracharya. Both have different kind of ideologies, yet when they are in same 1-7 axis, they will be aspecting each other, and this mutual aspect have to give good results, because a guru is someone who has forgiveness in heart, kindness in heart, and also follows dharma at all circumstances, no matter what it is. And hence, Jupiter and Venus are known as unconditional benefic planets in the planetary system. And that's why we can expect more and more auspicious results at this time period. And because it's in 1-7 axis, it is the self growth and also on the marital relationships and also from the business perspective, because seventh house represents partnerships also. So you can see uh, many amount of marriages and any new amount of relationships also coming into limelight at this time period, and all will be in a positive manner. Now when we cast a kundli based on the time Venus transits to Libra, this is how it will look like. I have provided both North Indian and South Indian for your reference. So I have rotated the North Indian format to a way a Kalpush kundli is visible, just to show we Jupiter Venus are in 1-7 axis. So for any individual moon sign, as I mentioned before, if there is an inherent promise in the horoscope and also the current time period is favorable, then only this transit results would be able to give higher auspicious results. If any of the two, that is, if there is no promise in the horoscope and the time period is favorable or not favorable also, this transit wouldn't be able to do much good for you. It might give only little auspicious to no auspicious or neutral results. So it all draws down to the kind of karmas you have done and the kind of promises you have in the horoscope. So first that has to be analyzed, and then only we can uh, consider the transit results. So starting with the Aries moon sign, for the individual moon sign predictions, you have to see this from your own moon sign, that is where moon is present during your birth time period. So if moon was in Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, then Aries becomes your moon sign. So if yours is Aries moon sign, then you already know that Rahu Ketu, who were in your 1-7 axis from last 18 months, had caused all kinds of havoc and hadn't let you have peace in your life in the last 18 months. And after Jupiter came in April 2023, you are able to have some amount of good time period in your life, and even after that also Jupiter was not able to express itself in a full manner because of Rahu's presence in Aries. And now with the exit of Rahu Ketu from 1/7 axis for Aries moon sign, and also with unconditional benefit planets like Jupiter Venus in 1/7, this will cleanse all kind of impurities and all kinds of negative things which happened in your life in the last 18 months, and also will bring new beginnings in your life. So you would see most of the people who would be getting married would ideally belong to Aries moon sign or from Libra moon sign, because these were the ones who were not able to get into that marital bond because of Rahu Ketu presence in 1/7 axis. If they have the inherent promise of marriage in the horoscope, and also if they have proper favorable time period, then Jupiter Venus in 1/7 axis would definitely be highly favorable, and the best auspicious results one will receive due to this transit would be only two moon sign, that is Aries moon sign as well as Libra moon sign. They will receive the highest auspicious results based on this transit for the next 25 to 30 days. Coming next to Taurus moon sign, for Aries moon sign, definitely any kind of relationship, self growth, personal, career, in all ways for Aries moon sign, this is very good. Coming next to Taurus moon sign, this would be in the 6-12 axis, and hence if you are fighting any case, court cases, or you had any litigation, you will be successful enough if you are wise enough, and if you are quick enough and crisp enough, because Venus loves quick, crispy, and clear and concise manner. Doesn't like a elongated one. It has to be very well focused on, and Jupiter expects the person to be very wise enough. So this combination of Jupiter Venus, if you have these qualities in you, and if you adapt this approach, then any of the litigation cases which you are fighting, or any lawyers of Taurus moon sign, any doctors of moon sign, you will have a very good time period. You will be able to diagnose, you will be able to find the problem, and you will be able to address it very quickly at this time period. So apart from this, from health perspective also, this is very good. If any patients of Taurus moon sign, they were suffering from a very long time on any disease, and were not able to get a very good medical practitioner who can diagnose and give you proper advice, at this time period you might actually meet a better doctor, because even Sun and Mars in the 7th house is aspecting your Rashi. So Venus is also kind of a doctor, because Venus Shukracharya had Mrita Sanjeevani Vidya. He was able to bring back the dead into alive, and Jupiter is the Jiva Karaka. So having that nourishment in 612, and also even 8th house has a benefic planet. So Jupiter is aspecting its own house here, and the 8th house from your Rashi. So all 6, 8, 12 having benefic planets is usually not considered good. Benefic planets in 6, 8, 12 is not considered good, but this will avoid almost all kind of problems which could have attacked you, and it will keep you in a very great disposition as well. So for Taurus moon sign also, this time period is very good. Coming next to Gemini moon sign. For Gemini moon sign, moon is in your own Rashi and Mercury is in 7th house. So if you look at this time period, apart from Jupiter Venus mutual aspect, there is mutual aspect between moon and Mercury also, and Mars and Saturn also. Moon and Mercury would be there for only 1 or 2 days, and then it will change. But the mutual aspect between two malefic planets and two benefic planets is also a special event which will happen at this time period. So this is a very good time period even for Gemini also, because from 5/11 axis. So if you have any female children specifically, they will make you very proud, and also male children, but more specifically female children, because of presence of Venus in 5th house, and also retro aspect of Jupiter uh, on your 5th house. So that would be very good time period also. And it is very good for speculations, and or for any stock market investments, or for from any kind of new beginnings also. If you are into romantic affairs, or if you are into any relationships, you might actually consider taking your relationship one step ahead, near to the marital bond also. So the talks might start of it. May not be the marriage happen at this time period only, may not be depending on your dasha antardasha, but definitely the thinking pattern would change, and your relationship may go to a next level as well. Or if anyone is expecting their child, or thinking to plan for a child, this time period also would be very favorable for them. Coming next to Cancer moon sign, because it's happening in 410 axis, this would be very good to lead a comfortable and lavish life. And Venus Jupiter in 410 axis will bless you with any kind of new ventures like property, house, vehicle. Any of this you can actually buy in next 1 month time period. And also, if you have already bought and were expecting the completion stage, then that also would happen at this time period. So for Cancer moon sign, apart from Mars Sun in fifth house, which might trigger some amount of emotional conflicts, even though Mars is in fifth house, it is deeply combust by Sun, and also is not receiving any good aspect. It's receiving only Saturn's malefic aspect, who happens to be the seventh and eighth lord for Cancer moon sign. So this may actually trigger some emotional conflicts for Cancer moon sign, but they are able to overcome that if they attempt to, or if they make a determination that they will do that. So apart from this, for Cancer moon sign, this is a good time period. Coming to Leo moon sign, Jupiter Venus would be in 3-9. So siblings of Jupiter moons, siblings of Leo moon sign, or the father or anyone very close to Leo moon sign would have a favorable time period. Their relation with their spouse would be satisfactory, and would be a equally, or something decent enough, we can say, not a pleasant one, because Saturn is very cold by nature even after being seventh house lord. So it will give good amount of endurance for them, and not much problems. Even though having Rahu in the 8th house, Jupiter in 9th house will try to balance that. So you will not have any problems for the next months, next 1 month. And this would be in a better shape until Jupiter is residing in Aries. And Venus being in the third house is very good for musicians, or for any kind of political abilities which Leo moon sign individuals has. So if they want to develop in it, or if they are talented enough, for those individuals in these fields of Venus, it would be favorable. So apart from this, for Leo moon sign, we don't see much major events happening in their life. uh, all the one would be the planned and designated one only, based on Mars and Saturn. So uh, now next, moving to Kanya Rashi. So for Kanya Rashi, having Rahu Ketu in 1/7 axis is not a good one, but Jupiter in 8th house will try to avoid as much as possible to not affect you with much more problems. So whatever the problems Rahu Ketu will cause in 1/7 axis, only those things which you have to consider. And so you should be in a relief, or in an attitude that whatever is happening is good. And if nothing good happens also, at least nothing bad is happening in life. So this should be your thinking pattern, just to console yourself. And this can ease some amount of monetary problems because of Venus Jupiter into 8 axis, but you can't expect major relief in it because of Rahu Ketu in 1/7 axis. So your own decisions also would influence, and also your individual horoscope and time period as well. Coming next to Libra Rashi, similarly has a for Aries moon sign, this would be very good time period from the relationship perspective, and also from your self and personal growth. And also this will give you good amount of money also. If you had any financial issues, that also would be resolved to some extent. But with Sun and Mars in the second house, Sun being the 11th lord is good, but Mars in the second house, which is a malefic planet, will not let the things happen so easily. So you might be pushing for the things to happen quickly, but it will not happen so quickly because of the Saturn aspect. So there could be some amount of delay, but at the end you will get what you desired for. So that definitely does happen. So for Libra moon sign, from a relationship perspective, this is very good, but from monetary perspective, they need to have some amount of patience. Coming next to Scorpio moon sign, Jupiter Venus would be happening in 6 and 12 Rashi. So for 6 and 12, it is usually good again for litigation perspective, or from health perspective. And also Rogue Repo, that is what 6th house represents. And also from 12th house, it is for hospital or for any medications. So you won't see any major issues in these areas. So you might try to avoid any kind of problems, and you might find auspicious results at this one. But it is you who will be causing you problem most of the time because of Mars presence. You might be in a hurry, or you might be pushing yourself to get the work done very quicker, but uh, because of Saturn aspect on the Rashi, you will need to you have to slow down for some time for the uh, job to take its own course of time. So for Scorpio moon sign, it is always good to have a good amount of patience. Coming next to Dhanu Rashi, this is good time period for your children and for their achievements. They may make you very proud. They may make you a very proud father or proud mother also at this time period, proud parents. And this will make you to stay away from your family and at a foreign country also. But this would be a very fruitful time period also for you from monetary perspective, as well as from your children perspective. So if you had any problems with your children, or if you were staying away from your children, at this time they may come closer to you, and you will have some pleasant time period for you. You may have some pleasant time period also with them. So for Dhanu Rashi, it is good from that perspective. Coming to Capricorn moon sign, again it's a 410 axis, and that's why if you are investing any property in house, that is in any vehicle or any materialistic comforts, this would be very good time period. Whatever you were desiring for, that you might get also because of 11th Lord Mars in the 11th house and 8th house. So there will be some change in your desire also, and there will be some change in what you were expecting from a long time. So you might see those some change in life also. And Rahu Ketu in 3-9 is very good, so it will not trouble you to the level it was troubling you in the last 18 months. So Jupiter Venus in 410 axis is good for any kind of materialistic comforts. So that's what you will can expect to receive at this time period. Coming to Aquarius or Kumbh Rashi, you are already in the Sade Sati, in the mid phase of Sade Sati, and Rahu Ketu is in 2-8 axis. This Jupiter Venus in 3-9 may be favorable for some amount, some in some parts of life, but you can't expect a longer duration and also in a major way. So hence, for Kumbh Rashi, this time period would not yield any great result, but you might see some rise in fortune. All of a sudden you may become lucky, and you might receive or you might get an opportunity which can help you in life. But because of Rahu Ketu, you might tend out to even lose that opportunity also, which you have to care for. So for Kumbh Rashi also, this is not a great time period, but it's satisfactory or below the average time period because of the Sadesati and the Rahu Ketu position in 2-8 axis. Coming next to Meena Rashi, the last sign in the zodiac. So Rahu Ketu has already been entered your sign, and the way they troubled the other Rashis, similarly you will have some troubles, but not in the same major scale, because Meena Rashi is Jupiter's sign, and Jupiter is in a good strength and also is aspected by another unconditional benefit. Till now, it was aspected only by Saturn, but now it will have some support of another benefic planet, which is not its friend, but it is not an enemy also. And that's why Jupiter will do little bit better in Aries moon sign, and being your Ashtadhipati in second house, so monetarily it can help you in some ways, or somehow you'll be able to manage your finances. So even as per BPHS, having Jupiter in the second house is not a good one. The person will struggle to accumulate money, and now because of being retro also, this might actually may giving you problems also. And with Saturn in 12th house, this will not give good amount of sleep, and also Rahu Ketu in 1-7, some problems with your spouse also would be there. But once Jupiter turns direct, you may see some good results of it. And till then, patience is something advised for the Pisces moon sign. So this was the individual moon sign predictions. So apart from this, if there is any major thing which I want to mention is for certain moon signs, like for Gemini moon sign, because it is the 12th lord and also the 11th and 6th and 9th lord, and also Jupiter, Venus would be actually having that influence in the 5-11 axis. So this will definitely bless them in a very great way also. But there would be other planets which you have to watch out for. because of Mars Sun in sixth house. This will make you very competitive and will make you very assertive also. So those kind of behaviors you have to keep in notice. And also for Taurus moon sign also, Rahu Ketu in 511 could be very good for your stock market investments, and Venus Jupiter could be very good for your other problematic stuffs which you were facing till now. So you can see that most of the planets have given some good results also, and some negative or some adjustment also, because of the mutual aspects which we have this one. So overall, it's a good time period for all the individual moon sign, barring few exceptions like Rahu Ketu in 1/7 axis and also the Sadesati time period. So I hope everyone has a good pleasant time period with their family, and also be very careful in making any decision. Be wise enough and try to avoid as much as problems. If you like my video, kindly like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also press the bell icon to receive instant notifications. Kindly pass on this video to your family members as well, and also let me know the feedback in comment section. Until we meet again next time, thank you. Have a